The building of a separate children's wing in the 1950s was an important catalyst to the development of pediatrics in Singapore.
Yes, pediatrics in the old ward was just Ward 12 and 13 with about 20 beds. At that time, Dr. Haridas was the head. When Mistri wing was built, it was the start of a new wing because we had 250 beds on either side, that is 500 beds. And that was the start of the teaching of pediatrics in Singapore.
Mistri Wing was made possible by a donation from a generous benefactor, Mr. Navroji Rastumji Mistri, through Professor G.A. Ransom.
Professor Ransom was a very practical man, and he was the man. Mr. Mistri was in his ward, and when he died, he wanted to give Prof. Ransom the money. He said, "No, I do not accept patients' money." And he looked out of the window and saw a lot of poor children. And he was the one who encouraged Mr. Mistri to donate the money to the poor children of Singapore. And therefore, it was called Mistri Wing.
On 2nd March 1954, Mr. H.R. Mistri, brother of the late beneficiary, laid the foundation stone. A year later, in October 1955, the Mistri Wing at the General Hospital was officially opened.
On that day, when we laid the foundation stone, Lady Black, who was the governor's wife, was invited, and Dr. Elaine Field, who was the first head of Mistri Wing, came over. At that time, the building had already been built. So Elaine Field put only minor changes, like laying the gas for the labs, and then she was very keen that all the case notes of the children should be kept in Mistri Wing, so that when they came in the middle of the night, we didn't have to hunt for them, they were in the ward.
There were 2 separate pediatric units in the new children's wing, with the most up-to-date facilities for the treatment of sick children.
Oh, a typical day was a very busy day, because the admissions would come from the General Hospital Casualty Department, and the mothers will roll in with their clogs on their feet, making a big noise even in the middle of the night. And they would bring their sick children really ill. They suffered in those days mainly from bronchopneumonia, that's infection of the lungs, gastroenteritis, that is diarrhea, and infections. We had 2 admitting wards, one on the left side, one on the right side, where the very ill cases were kept for 24 hours. When they were better, they were transferred to the 6 wards upstairs, one on the west wing, one on the right wing. So we always had Mistri Wing, left wing, Mistri Wing, right wing. In those days, the university side and the government side were intermingled because we had no university hospital.
Madam Lee, who had done nursing duties in Mistri Wing, still remembers the ailments suffered by children in those days, some of them unheard in modern-day Singapore.
Those days, like you have meningitis, high fever with no reason, so we do a lot of sponging and all that, you know. Then you have worm infestation, and then when they deworm them, they pass out pots of roundworm lah, tapeworm lah, whatever you have. After that, you dare not eat kway-teow. You have a lot of those things. And I remember one case very cute, you know, bitten by a pig. You know, got bruises and all that comes in, you know.
Pediatrics in Singapore has come a long way from its embryonic development here at the General Hospital. In the 1990s, the Mistri Wing had to make way for new developments on the hospital ground. Today, The National Heart Centre stands at the site of the Mistri Wing.